Welcome back. You got Will and I Man here from the Block Runner Metazone in Rovi, and today we got another Bitmap update.
As we do.
Yes.
We took one day off, I guess, to like focus on track a bit.
And it was Independence Day.
That too. Wait, was it?
Yeah, it was.
That was yesterday?
That was Tuesday.
Oh, that was 2 days ago. Right. Yeah. So a lot of things happened those days.
Yeah.
But yeah, track, that video did really well. You guys seem to agree and align with, like, I guess, our expectations, like how important that primitive will be in the expansion of this ecosystem, right?
Yeah, there was a couple of people asking us in the comments to show them how to actually buy track tokens. So I was explaining that it was more about like explaining the value of track and how important it is in the ecosystem, and we're not really about purchasing tokens and all that. So
correct.
That's why we didn't go through that. But if you just Google it, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, just YouTube how to buy BRC20 tokens. Yeah, right, and they'll navigate you to the right channels of information. So
yeah. Did you know that we're more than just a YouTube channel? We also built Metazone, the first app store for the Metaverse. Buy, sell, and explore a new class of digital assets like our flagship game Rovi.ai. Support us by collecting your digital assets through Metazone at metazone.io. Like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated. All right, back to the video.
I think we actually have one of those videos ourselves too a while back when we first discovered the space. Remember?
Was it? I thought it was just like tools.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't really like a how-to. So, but yeah, that is very available. So
yeah,
if you're inclined for that kind of entertainment,
yeah,
we can't stop you.
Yeah.
You know? But as far as Bitmap, okay, so now let's do a little recap because it's been a couple days, dude, since we've talked about Bitmap.
So we had a block out on June 17th.
June.
Wait. Yeah, it's June 17th. It was blockout.
No way. It was that long ago?
I think it was.
No fucking way, dude. Wait. It feels like blockout was like literally like 4 or 5 days ago.
I think it was maybe June like 17th.
Are you kidding me? Somebody verify this, dude.
Yeah.
This is outrageous. I can't believe it's already been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it was June 17th, dude.
Wow. Okay. Well,
yeah, it was a Friday. Hold on, let me double check here.
I feel like it had to be last Friday, dude. Like last week, which is like the 30th.
No?
No,
it was not the 30th. Wait, you're right. It was June 30th.
There you go, dude. See, you're fucking me up, dude. I literally thought I just like lost weeks of my life somehow, dude. I'm like, what?
You're right.
That's crazy.
You're right.
Okay.
It was the day before July.
Okay.
I don't know why I was thinking June 17th.
I don't either, dude. I don't know. But anyways,
yeah.
So recapping. All right, we
got You know what it was? It was 17 days from our video. That's when I don't know why I was thinking June 17th. But yeah, it was June 30th.
June 30th. So that happened basically last week, right? So
yeah.
We said back then.
I know. Only last week?
Yeah. So we're entering a new phase, right? We've been in talks with a lot of different types of people who are like really interested in what's going on with the Bitmap stuff.
Yeah.
For one, they want to understand what's going on because the reason why our perspective on this is like, I guess, semi-valuable is because we've been building in the metaverse space for 3 to 4 years. Right?
That's right.
So we know lots of people out there that actually truly care about this stuff.
Yeah.
Ourselves included. So the fact that they're, starting to pay attention, people we haven't heard from in like a while.
Yeah. They're coming out of the woodwork.
They're
coming from XRP. They're coming from Solana. Everybody's like going back to where everyone started, right? Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah. And these are some like the early influencers too, like in the NFT space, right? I don't want to drop any names, because, in case they don't want to be known. Yeah. But they've been reaching out to us and they want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Is there something they
why
can
is
do?
It going on?
Yeah, basically, okay, I got some bitmaps, now what? Yeah. Like I've heard that several times, like now what?
Yeah.
I think that is like the big question on everyone's mind, right? It's like, okay, we all did something, right? We did it. Yeah. Now what? So that's where we're at right now, and we're going to drop some big nuggets over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, that's a separate topic. Yeah. Let's get back onto what's happening with the bitmaps themselves, right?
Yeah, so Nefu.sats, so he's been tweeting some pretty fire tweets recently, and this one caught our eye. And so let's talk about it. So comment which you think will happen in Bull Run 2025.
It's interesting.
Over a year and a half from now.
Yeah, people have already labeled like they're predicting it, right?
Yeah, it's following the Bitcoin cycle, dude.
I guess at this point you have to just like schedule these bull runs, right?
You have to.
They come no matter what. So, and yeah, I agree. We're gonna have a mega run here coming up pretty soon. There's just too many like juice factories in construction,
and it's all hyper focused on Bitcoin.
Yeah, a lot of the juice is definitely building on Bitcoin, which is why we're so interested in this.
Dude, it's so interesting that good old Vitalik had a space talking about ordinals.
Yeah. You can go to Taproot Wizard's Twitter profile if you want to like watch that. It's like an hour and a half talk. Yeah, if Vitalik, he hasn't been like, I feel like joining spaces like that. Like, so something is definitely grabbing his attention. I mean, his origins are in Bitcoin.
They are, yeah.
You know, even though he created basically like the whole token economy with, you know, smart contracts and such. I think he's very interested, probably reinvigorated like a lot of people are.
Yeah, absolutely.
In exploring like what can be done with Bitcoin outside of just, you know, swapping funds. So and that's what's so interesting about Bitmap. It opens up so many new verticals, right? So
yeah, the imaginations is like caught people's like attention here.
Well, that's the whole point of Web3 too. It's like fucking you want to wake up every morning and just like have floods of ideas just pouring into your brain.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, dude, this gives me a reason to live, I guess. You know, it's like, fuck it, as long as I can see all this cool stuff being built.
All right, so let's take a look at what he's talking about here. So we're looking at a market cap potential of 125 million, which would be a $156 floor. That's 0.005 Bitcoin. And it goes all the way to $20 billion market cap, which would be roughly 0.817 of a Bitcoin, $25,000.
So when you're calculating market caps, basically they're like land value market caps, right? Because there's no token to Bitmap.
Correct.
Traditionally, like in the metaverse space on Ethereum, most of these virtual environments have some sort of token, ERC20 token to, you know, function as like an enrolled currency. You could transact with them on like their native marketplaces, or they're used as governance tools, right? For DAOs and such. Yeah. And then that's how you can easily kind of like point to a metric of, you know, network value, ecosystem value. Yeah. So in like the Web3 Metaverse case, I think at its peak, Decentraland hit like a $7 billion market cap.
Right.
And so did Sandbox.
$7 billion, that's right.
That's a pretty juicy valuation, dude.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool, like everybody's starting to kind of like conjure up these milestones, right? These objectives.
Yeah, and let's set the stage, right? You're talking about a $7 billion market cap for like Decentraland and Sandbox at its peak.
At its peak.
And we're looking at a Metaverse on Bitcoin market cap. So $20 billion is reasonable, right? At a peak condition.
Right, but again, that's the token value market cap.
That's a good point, yeah.
This is land value, and we did like a quick like snapshot napkin math before we got on here to discuss this of like how much the actual land value market cap is for something like Decentraland, and the token value is sitting roughly around 700 million. So definitely like a 10x, like a 90% drop from its all-time highs, right? I mean, this is peak bear market. You expect that everything goes 90% or more. Yeah. In a bear market. So
and keep in mind, we were around in Decentraland when it was worth under 20 million.
Market cap?
Market cap.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, basically where we are right now with Bitmap, because we're about to show you guys, well, what is the current land value market cap of Bitmap, and it definitely fits in within that category.
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking at Decentraland here. The floor price is half an ETH, so it's about 900 and change.
Let's call it 900 just for simplicity's sake.
And there's 98,000 just parcels, right? So remember, Bitmap has 800,000 districts.
Yeah, like you see on these little maps down here, these big blue things are districts within like the virtual world of Decentraland, right? And there's only like a handful of them. Well, a few handfuls of them.
Yeah, these blue things here are the districts, and these like these are the parcels, and then these are also considered they're estates, right? These larger pieces here, combined parcels.
Correct. So in theory, like the blue stuff was not supposed to be publicly accessible. Like the districts formed in like the early days of Decentraland is like, you know, communal effort to like actually
build something some stuff collectively.
There. Yeah. Correct. The gray stuff is like what's available for purchase and ownership basically, and you can build whatever you want on that land. And that was the vision of Decentraland back in 2017. Took a couple years to build like the operating system for it.
That's right.
And that's when we got involved. And ever since then, we've been stuck, right? so let's do 98,000 times $900, dude. Let's just quickly, can we pull up like a calculator here or something?
Let's see. I guess we can use Google real quick.
There we go. Google calculator, dude.
Google. So 98,000.
Wow, you could literally just type it in, huh?
900. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Whoa, wowzers.
So we're looking at 88 million. Land value
market cap. Yeah, that's what's interesting here, because And if you do bitmap, like let's do a quick bitmap of analysis. We got 800,000 roughly.
800,000 times.
Let's call it $5.
$5.
Yeah.
We can do that. 800,000 times $5. And we're looking at, what is that?
4 million, dude.
4 million.
So that's the difference as far as like the value of the land itself, the bandwidth of, content deployment, whatever it ends up being, right? In Decentraland's case, it's pretty clear like what this, every single parcel has. It's the same, it's plugged into the same operating system, right? The Decentraland SDK.
Correct.
They all have the same size parameters as far as like, deployments, how much actual
content you can deploy.
Yeah, like the actual file size and stuff. So there's very strict limitations in that.
So what you're saying is we're looking at a potential 25x, just if we were to match the land valuation.
And current days, like current day. I think objectively, like as a community, we all want to see that happen, right? We want Bitmap to be in the same category as Decentraland, Sandbox, and others, right?
Yeah, correct.
It has to be. So the community has to work together to build all the different components that are going to increase the value of the land to that degree.
So that means that each district would be worth, if we were to match these bigger metaverses, $125. And so let's go back to Nefu and see kind of where everything's at. So just 125 million market cap, we're looking at 156. He's starting here.
Yeah.
This is his starting point. So
correct. So
it's close to where our starting point was. Right. So and then the potential future here is like the projected valuations here.
I mean, of course, this is all very possible, but I think it's I think the milestone really is to hit like to be in that same category as Decentraland and Sandbox. I think as far as at least land value, because there is no token associated.
Yeah, it's true.
To Bitmap, at least not yet.
Yeah,
looking out there to the world, but not yet. I don't know if someone's gonna come up somehow, some sort of new consensus like token rollout. But should be interesting to find out.
Yeah. So we agree. Nefu is onto something here, and just the way that he's thinking about it. It's definitely going to take a lot in order to have this sort of valuation here, but we've seen it happen before with other metaverses, right? And that's the point.
That is the point.
Yeah.
We're starting literally at as ground floor as you can be, and that's where you want to be.
That's right.
We were lucky to be at that stage for Decentraland, and we got to experience like a 300, 400, 500x increase in valuation and everything that's being done in that virtual world, right?
That's right.
All those people out there, those fudsters, those faders who say like, Decentraland, the metaverse is a failed concept. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Wrong. Like,
we have evidence to suggest it's bullshit. Yeah.
Correct. So whatever, let the faders fade. We move on. So what else is happening, dude?
All right, so we got breaking news here. 22.bitmap and 32.bitmap were sold at 0.75 Bitcoin.
Jesus.
And 0.55 Bitcoin. So 23 and 16,000 respectively.
Those are some big nuggets, dude. So I've been kind of waiting for this. This feels very much like the early days of NFTs whenever like the first crypto punks were starting to like sell for like ridiculous valuations. Like, what the fuck?
It's like who spent $10,000 on a picture?
Yeah, on a fucking pixel picture of all things. It's got like a little cigarette in its mouth or something.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, like a week later, it's like one sold for 50,000.
Yeah.
You're like, what? And then like the 100,000. Eventually, these things are selling for millions of dollars.
That's right.
Which I still can't believe that happened, but it did.
Yeah.
So we're on our way to some sort of organic happening.
And these districts, they have potential utility, right? You can deploy stuff eventually into these things.
Absolutely, and plus they have the scarcity value of these are some of the earliest blocks. These are actually all Satoshi blocks, stuff like that. So
right.
People are seeing value in this, dude. So this is good for the overall ecosystem, right?
Yeah. So we got two big transactions. I'm sure we're gonna see a lot more here as things roll out.
Yeah.
And so heads up, we're going to be interviewing the DS from Expector.
Who? DS, that's his name?
DS, yeah.
Right on, dude. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this because we talked to IMSO Chris last week. If you watched our last podcast, people fucking loved him.
Yeah.
Because of his passion and his vigorous support and enthusiasm for this mission, right? So he's going full tilt.
Yeah.
Or not full tilt. That's not the right phrase, but
all in. He's all in.
Going all in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these guys, they're offering something similar, right? Like an Unreal Engine plugin for your bitmaps.
Yeah. So they happen to have owners or be owners of 3,500 districts. That's a lot.
So they were slurping and scooping like the whole time, basically.
Yeah, and I was listening to DS in one of the spaces there, and he was saying that they ended up purchasing 3,500 on the last day of the block out.
Oh, really?
So they
squeezed them in. FOMO'd it in. He was like, oh no, we're gonna miss it.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's good.
So we're gonna be talking to him, I believe tomorrow.
Yeah,
and when you guys are watching this video, it's probably gonna be that today. So we're going to be interviewing DS, and I think his name is Paul from the team as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so definitely check in on Saturday to the channel. It should be an interesting one. I think probably this is going to become a common theme.
Yeah.
Us finding, builders, people who are innovating and contributing to this space, and let's just talk to them at least once a week.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, and if anybody in the audience is wanting to build something, you guys got big plans and stuff, you could hit us up, dude.
Yeah, we want to hear it. We want to hear everything that everybody has in their workings to deploy stuff on Bitmap.
Yeah, this is this is exactly how we started in Decentraland. We did the same thing. We started a podcast and we were interviewing different people who were building stuff in Decentraland. I remember that. And it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, now we got a bigger platform and like the canvas is blank, right? That's like the coolest place to be is when the canvas is blank.
Yeah, we've come full circle, dude. We really have. Okay, I think there's like one more thing that caught our eye. This is like a new project
that's right.
That's hitting the Ordinal's bitmap zeitgeist.
Yeah,
but it looks a little too involved to where we can't just we have to do a dedicated video on this, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. So it's called Foxy. So bridging traditional social media with the Metaverse experience.
All right.
And so there's a section here that they talk about the Bitmap protocol. It says Foxy's takes digital assets showcasing to a whole new level. Foxy Bitverse is an immersive experience that combines the power of Bitmap and the Bitcoin blockchain, allowing collectors to showcase their ordinal NFTs and stamps as integral parts of the Bitcoin Metaverse. So we're gonna do a deeper dive in these guys just because there's so much content they have here.
They have a lot to digest. So yeah, we're gonna do that over the weekend and bring you guys a full in-depth analysis of what this is, because this is important too. The social layer of the Metaverse is critical. That's literally
like a primitive.
Right, exactly. And this is basically one of the, and we've already seen this roll out on the Ethereum side of the Metaverse. Like this is like the MVP experience people will expect when they port into these virtual environments.
Right.
Being able to socialize for one, and for two, being able to like showcase like their identity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether it's I was about to say NFTs, the inscriptions they own, the ordinals and stuff, or just the identity of the land itself. Right?
Yeah.
And that's why we built MetaZone. We have these things called metas, where the content that's on your land itself, it's a representation of your identity, right? The things you like, the things you want to do, right? So that's what's cool about this whole Metaverse space. And so these guys are, I think, hitting the nail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we need to do a deep dive for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited to kind of read through this just because I know this is going to be one of the primitive aspects of the Metaverse.
Probably. And they drop stamps in there too, so that's just...
Yeah, we got to go back to stamps, dude.
Yeah, dude. There's just so much, man. I want to see it all, but man, Bitmap definitely has our attention at the moment.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us. If you guys find anything that you guys want us to talk about, let us know in the comment section below. Follow us on Twitter at TheBlockRunner, at MetaZone.io, and at RoviAI, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.